Hello everybody! Sorry if there's any noise in the background. I'm having to move my keyboard around. So anyways, I've turned the volume up because there's been some complaints in the past about some volume issues. We're doing an ACC video today, and please do not in any way try to replicate the driving being attempted. I am terrible at Hungaroring. Like, really bad. Like 50.6 best lap on a track that usually goes like mid 44s. That's how bad we're talking. So do not in any way take this as a learning how to drive video. What I've done here is I've set up a 20-minute race that has a mandatory pit stop. This has been a major problem in our races. People have been messing up the pit stops, getting black flagged and stuff, and it has left some problems. And admittedly, the process is somewhat trickier than it should be within this game, because some of it has to do with our tire settings, which are a bit problematic. But I'll get to that. I'll explain that later when I'm in the race. So quickly, I do want to say there is a control you want to have bound, and it is, where are you? You're down at the bottom. Remember that. This one here, cycle head MFD. This will allow you to look at different. I don't really know what gamepad special left is. That's a little bit weird. But anyways, there's no gamepad plugged into this controller. Anyways, or into this computer. Anyways, what you get is the ability to switch your view on what the HUD is telling you in the lower left-hand corner here. You'll be able to put it in different things, and you'll be able to bring up your pit stop options, and I'll show you what that looks like. So that's something you're definitely going to want to have mapped, that maybe you don't. Alright, so let's go back into this. Let's get this session underway. I like the Hungaroring. I am just terrible at it, and I have always been terrible at it, so there is that to keep in mind. Alright, so let's talk setup first. So in the setup here, we're just going to go with aggressive preset here. So you can see here fuel and strategy. So you can see I'm starting on tire set number 1, and it's a dry tire set. I'm starting with 62 liters, which is ridiculously too much for a 20-minute race, but whatever. And then I've got a pit stop strategy here. Now there are different pit stop strategies, and something it tends to do is it tries to go to like pit stop, I think it's 30. Always double check before you start the race that you're on the pit stop strategy that you think you are on. So we're going to set this up to give me 5 liters of fuel and switch over to tire set number 3. We're not going to change the brakes. So there we go. From that we can go back and we can start the race. Now I'm pressing the cycle HUD right now, and you can get to this one, which is the pit stop here. You can double check. See, I have changed tires checked. Always make sure that you have that checked. I forgot completely to turn the car on. That's a great way to start this video, Mike. These cars are on like quite low skill, so I'll probably be able to cut through them like butter while talking to you guys. Now the one thing I'm going to have to do here is a change of driver, which we do not obviously require in our online races. But I can't. Why are my graphics so choppy? I noticed this actually on my friend Ziggy's video. He sent me a video of his racing action, and he's got, I believe, like 1 step up graphics card from me, and it's like Nvidia did an update and it just sucks now. So after this I'm going to go and play with my video settings and see if I can figure out what the problem is there. Either that, or it could just be that okay, Jim Plow. So we're waiting for the pit window to open, and until the pit window opens, you can see it's red there. You can see down there everything you need to know about your pit stop. If it's green, it means we've met the criteria. We're going to change tires. We're going to put a little bit of token gas in. I'll have to tell it to swap driver. Man, this is really choppy. I apologize for the quality of the gameplay because I just honestly don't know. And it's kind of distracted me from, like, even driving the track, which is a bit annoying. See, missed my braking point there heavily. Managed to avoid contacting the Mercedes of Jim Pla. Lamborghini's Phil Keen ahead of me. I must say that is kind of the one disappointing thing about this game is I haven't really felt like they replicate the drivers very well. Because, like, you got Phil Keen up there in, I guess that's 8th place. And Phil Keen is, like, certainly a better driver than, like, me. So, hang on. There. Now I will be swapping over to silver driver. Aurelian Panis. Shout out to, of course, Olivier Panis, Mike Stockmill's boss. So we're still waiting for the window to open, and it'll be very noticeable. Like you got Phil Keen racing with Raffaele Marciello. That's slightly ridiculous. Why is Raffaele Marciello in a red car? I thought he was in the blue car usually. We're too low of gear there, but I'm trying not to hit the AI. And that's proving actually kind of more difficult than I thought. I thought just putting it on like a low skill level would let me just focus on talking to you guys, but between the graphics being kind of not nearly as good as they usually are, the inside of you, Phil, don't... okay. Nope. Couldn't get that done cleanly. Between the graphics being really kind of shitty right now, I'm really gonna have to go back and maybe just look about going back a driver or something. Let me know if you guys have NVIDIA graphics cards or having similar problems with racing right now. Either that or the other thing it might be is just I don't record a lot of what you would call ACC action, so maybe this is just like shadow play, not really being able to, as I'm forced a little wide here by Phil Keen. I feel like I've been shitting on Phil Keen this whole time, but he's a perfectly good driver, but he's a I want to say silver driver, and there's just no way he should be up here fighting with Christopher Mies and Raffaele Marciello, who are really good drivers. Personal over 2 minutes, and that's my fastest lap. Yeah, this has not been... Again, this is not how you drive these cars. Never let me tell you how to drive a car in a manner that involves speed. Muller up there in the Porsche. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the graphics. But anyways, we're still waiting for my pit window to open up. Looking up, it's going to be open in 10 seconds, so we'll be pitting at the end of this lap. And making a last second unintended move there on... There we go, pit window's open. You can see up top, it's telling us that the pit window's open, how long we have. We're now on the tail of Raffaele Marciello and Ricky, it's Ricky Collard, right? Is it Ricky Collard? I can't remember if it's... Yeah, it's Rob Collard's the older one, and then Ricky's the younger one. Anyways, we're actually getting a kind of decent lap here, but we're really kind of driving at the pace of the AI around us. Reminder, I'm never racing this skill level again. Safety rating penalty. That's not what I need. Although, I don't know, my safety rating is 71. It's okay. Couldn't get... Oh! Marciello, I'm here, man. I'm here. Anyways. Ugh. Muscle is back on. Lose a spot to Muller. Oh, I did kind of the same thing to Phil Keen. I guess I can't complain. Alright. So I have the pit limiter set up to the automatic. You can bind it to a button or whatever. I'm going way too slow here. Make sure you're in the first gear as you get to the line. There we go. Our pit box will be highlighted in kind of like a glowing red. Everything is green. This is key. Make sure everything is green because that means you've met the criteria of the pit stop. Turning it a little bit earlier than is polite. Stop the car. And everything should go on now. There's no animation for the driver swap, which is kind of lame. But anyways, you can see one of my guys is changing. Yep, there go the tires. And you have your countdown there for how long it's going to be. Before we get to go, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Turn the car back on. And back out we go. Who are we joining up behind? So we came in behind Jim Pla, and we are out behind his teammate, Bobalik. So, not too bad. So I'm just going to take this lap to kind of think of any last things that need to be said. Again, do not take this as like an expert driver's opinion. I'm just showing you what you need to look for to make sure that you are in fact there. Okay, so I guess the thing that needs to be said is on our servers, because we're jammed on like there not being tire sets and they're just optimum tires. You have to check the box that says change tires. Make sure that is the case, otherwise you won't change tires. You will get disqualified, and this is something we're going to have to actually enforce now. Like, you're just going to get disqualified. You're going to get... Also, how am I over 100 meters? Man, I've left Bobalik for dead. But you're just going to get the black flag. We're not going to undo it unless you can prove there was some kind of glitch beyond the normal. Because we're having 2 or 3 drivers, like, every race not be able to make their pit stops. And this shows you everything you need. I guess the only thing I guess is I could have literally just ticked the change tires to show you that as I catch up to Hamaguchi here. I don't know his first name. I don't know everyone in this series, but this is, I'm assuming, Phil Keen's teammate. So I zip past him, and next up on my list is a couple of pit stoppers. Oh. And Vincent Abril, Raffaele Marciello's teammate, is the man we're here for. So I'm just going to pass Mr. Abril here, and then... Oh, and you're killed by Abril. My fault. Anyways, off to the side of the road I go. My racing safety rating has gone down 3 points. That was not smart. But anyways, if you have questions about the pit stop, please let me know, but practice these. Practice. They have to be done. This is something that has been going on for a long time and needs to be put to an end. You know, I could have just quit. That probably would have been better. So just to recap, make sure everything is showed up in green that you have to do. Make sure that you have the cycle HMFG HUD bound to something, because that is really, really useful. Beyond being able to do pit stops, it allows you to adjust the electronics of the car and various other things during a race. That is going to be really, really easy. Make things a lot easier to do in general. It opens up a world of possibilities. It also allows you to get different timing data, which is really useful. You'll find that you want different views for different things. Anyways, that is all. I'll be putting out a Google form for feedback for what to do next season with ACC, now that I'm helping Wesley with the series. And I hope you guys will all take the time to fill it out. And thank you for all the happy birthday wishes, because it's my birthday today, and people are being really, really cool about it while I sit here and do videos.